Hello, citizens of America and all fine people around the world. It is with deep regret that I bring to you news that I feel you will be saddened to hear. I have been going through a divorce for the last 5 years in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania in the Westmoreland County Court of Common Pleas. A judge just recently made a decision to grant my ex-wife, who was an adulteress and abandoned me, 30% of my total income of everything I have, which is leaving me no option but to sell my home and live on the streets. I am permanently disabled with loss of both my legs from a tragic accident back in May 27, 1994, and will have to have future surgeries, future medical needs, as well as wheelchairs, which cost $20,000 apiece, and eventually a new vehicle to transport myself, but the court system does not see this. This court system also has violated my constitutional rights and civil rights, which I am really deterred to find when talking to a United States Congressman Tim Murphy, that it doesn't matter if a state court does this to your constitutional right. They can violate them any way they want. The federal government will not get involved, which means that the citizens of this country have no rights under this so-called fine government we have. This is not a government, people. This is a group of extremists looking to destroy our way of life, your children's future. Furthermore, I strongly urge every family of this nation to deter your children from joining any group of armed forces for this country. For this government could care less about your children. I learned in 6 years of military service, and in that 6 years, the government said, save the equipment. Men are expendable. I am tired of seeing my brothers and sisters, your sons and daughters, dying, not to protect the freedoms that we supposedly have, what rights we supposedly have, because we have none, according to this congressman. They are losing their lives for financial gain of this extremist group that has taken over this country. My advice to China, North Korea, and any other country that is in love of God, to ignore the words of Barack Obama, for he speaks with the tongue of the Antichrist. I know there will be retaliation, some form of retaliation against me by this government to sequester me, to shut me up. So, I have made arrangements that if something happens to me, that you will still be informed. Then, you can make your decisions on who is truthful and who is not. As far as this government, we have no government. This country is being controlled by a thinking pool, which consists of corporate morons or sons and daughters of devils that only seek financial gain through testing their arms against other countries. It is also being controlled by insurance companies, by the banking industry. We have no government, people. We just have an extremist group in there to help us all along. The way of life that you know now, or you might be dreaming is happening now, is nothing but a dream. Those dreams are being removed, for we have no rights. I was actually astonished to finally hear true words come from a congressman's mouth. I had the opportunity to speak with Cambodian foot soldiers that served with our men in Vietnam in 2005 while attending a president's dinner. And do you know, these men asked me if I worked for the government. And I sadly had to explain to them no, I was representing the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, which I deeply regret at this time. It was to their regrets that I could not speak on behalf of our people to their country, because they know I speak the truth. I know what their people and our people need. So, take it for what it's worth, people. Believe me or not. Mark my word. The future as you think it's going to be will be nothing. This extremist group that calls itself our government will see to that. Thank you very much for your time, and God bless.